Live right now. So yeah, just a little random uh talk and
Yeah,
random
we're just
conversation,
it's gonna be just really just bullshitting.
shooting the shit for sure. Um, but we were just actually talking about how like when people want to debunk, say, religion or
Are we
any. Yeah, we're live.
okay?
When
What up,
people,
y'all?
what up?
Today,
What up?
today we're just doing. We're kind of a little late here. We kind of talking a little long. We're just gonna do some just a random conversation on whatever we're because we were rolling without rolling. So now we're gonna just roll with random talk. So good evening.
So one of the things we were just kind of talking about is when people want to debunk any sort of belief system or anything, they usually talk about the bad seeds of that religion, that belief, and then that is their example of that religion doesn't exist. And it's like, well, let's say like Nation of Islam or Muslim religion or whatever it is. You usually want to say, well, those guys with the body chest packs and blow themselves up. Well, those are the bad seeds. That doesn't mean the root religion's bad. It means there's some extremists out there. And then the same thing with the Catholic priest molested the. That doesn't mean Catholicism's bad. I mean, so you get some crazy ass priest out there that's specifically bad. It's like saying, well, you believe in science? Well, there's a plenty of fucked up scientists that do really twisted Frankenstein shit to people. That doesn't mean science is wrong. So it's just funny when people try to, let's say, debunk religion. They'll immediately go into like, what about the guy who stole all the money, Joel Osteen? I'm making shit up. I don't know if Joel Osteen did that, but the evangelist, and they took all the money. And or what about when you go to a church? People will say, when you go to a church, all the people they judge you when God says thou shalt not judge, only God can judge me, blah blah blah. Yet you go into church and you feel hella judged, and it's all fucked up and they stole my money. And so because those individual human beings were bad, now that means the religion is fake. So it's funny when people try to prove their point, they prove it by using specific human actions as the whole religion's bad. No, those are the specific humans. So it's like saying all cops are bad because a couple cops are fucked up. It's like saying all black men are bad because a couple black guys did something wrong. It's like saying all white men are bad because a couple white men did some racist shit. That's like it's like all bitches are bad because they screwed over a couple guys. Like it's really fucked up to judge someone, and you're a dense human being if you can't understand that those are individual actions and not uh, it has zero to do with the root thing that you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's like saying music's fucking terrible. Why? Because that Weird Al Yankovic guy. It's like, well, does that mean music's bad or Weird Al Yankovic did music you don't like? Or that there's some gangster rap you don't like. You'll go listen to some motherfucking Barry Manilow and shut the fuck up. It's funny, but people will try to debunk a whole religion based on human actions and events that happen in life, and I think that's kind of funny when people do that. And Will was talking about his.
Let me do it.
Okay, go ahead.
So we started with that because I'm just like there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world, and I was really like I really need to get back spiritually with myself and walk better steps in what I'm doing, um, to walk in the right steps of Christ. You know what I mean? And my own dad, I grew up in the church. My dad's a retired minister, and he ended up being tempted. And my mom and dad got a divorce. And I've used this for many years to you know, separate myself from the church and questioning things and questioning it. And every church I go to, I'm just looking for things, and it's kept me from furthering my relationship with God and stuff. So just everything that's going on now, it's like, I really feel like, and it's not because everything going on, but that is a lot of the inspiration of, I need to, I just need to clean up what I'm doing and just be a better person and be happy and less tainted by what's going on right now on TV and the news. And, um, in case this is the time that God is coming, I want to be on the right side of things and right with myself and ready to witness some of the things that might be coming with the chaos of what could be coming. I want to be right with myself, and so that's how that all got on there. But I have used it as an excuse for years, and it's time to get off of that and be a better person. But that's where that all started. But I don't know if anyone else has noticed. It's been a little crazy the past few days. I was telling Robert earlier about I had a hard time shaking some really bad energy the past 3 days and making up negative conversations in my head. And just even though I'm physically thinking, okay, I am going to think about something that makes me feel good, I still turned it into a negative thing. So I just feel like there's a lot of things being thrown out and frequencies and energies that are being thrown out to keep myself and us down, and worrying about other things and not really concentrating on how we could be succeeding and just be better human beings. Honestly. Well, what else is going on?
Yeah, so we're talking about like earlier. Just we're just kind of going into random subjects, but just the power of being able to not be. You get stuck in this negative shit, right? Like you're starting your week. I'll start out uh, in the morning and or not in the morning, it's middle of the night. I'll wake up sometimes and I'll like think about something I need to do, and but you're kind of in the fog of being half awake and half asleep, and truly, really being mostly asleep. And you start to worry. Worry's a motherfucker, dude. But you start to worry about these things, and then all of a sudden you get stuck on a thought, and then your mind starts to expand on it, and then you can't sleep. Or even if you do sleep, you get up or you don't get up. I typically get up. I'll try to fight it and go back to sleep and be like, Rob, you're middle of sleep, and you start stressing. I'm like, oh shit. Recently my my insurance, I had to get new insurance. The COVID thing happened. The company I worked for shut down, so I had to kind of re-gear, reapply myself in my business, and then at the same time get myself health insurance, which just actually got completed and figured out today, thank God. But it was like I would wake up in the middle of the night going, "Fuck! What if my wife breaks her leg or some shit?" I'll feel like a pile of shit and I'm not a very good provider as a man to take care of my family if she doesn't have insurance. Or what if one of my teeth goes bad or something? And I start tripping and I'll get stuck in this thought and this negative vibe and this, oh my God, I'm stressing out, and it'll stick with me for like 3 days, and then I'll just be on that fucking negative kick for the next few days, and my family feels it. They all are like, "What the hell is going on with him?" And I can't even really put my finger on exactly why I'm mad, but I'm mad at everything. I'll be mad at my friends. I'll be mad at the people I'm working with in business ordeals, and it immediately just be like, screw everyone. You know what I mean? And just in that thing. I mean, you've seen it on podcasts. Like the podcast is going on, and I'm stressing about this thing, and then these people are stressing about their thing, and then it all just kind of collides at one time. It's like, hey, fuck this call. It's a wrap. And it has zero to do with any of our relations with each other. And
Yeah,
that's the craziest thing. It's just like, but then you get stuck in these mindsets, and trying to bring yourself back from all of that is a tricky thing, uh, to
The point is, you know, we both have been in this material for a while now. I'm going on 3.5, 4 years here coming up on it. And I'm still susceptible to failing at keeping it together. Um, it just goes to show how much you got to keep doing. You have to keep working it. And you need to keep listening to audios. I need to make sure I don't, take so much time away from doing my daily takeoff checklist of the things I need to do that I know makes me feel good. Listening to this audio always makes me feel good, and when I get away, sometimes you get away from that stuff. And then on top of that, you got everything going on outside of yourself and everyone else's energy. What's going on in the world right now, changing people's energy. What's being thrown out in the ether right now to bring us down and keep us wallowing at low levels that we don't go succeed and elevate to higher levels, constant. So it's just that much. It just goes to show you how much you always have to be working whatever material you need to work to just feel better, feel good now, pretty much. Honestly, it's never, you can't ever give it a day off. Seriously. 3.5 years, I'm head over heels and stuff, so much. I'm trying to really go after helping people, and I couldn't shake it for the life of me for the past 3 days. It wasn't until I said, screw it. I am not physically thinking of wanting to change it. I just decided to sit back and let it all soak in. Go ahead. Because I give up. Go ahead, bring it on in. Whatever, all this energy, boom, boom, boom. I succumbed to it. I gave myself to it, and this morning it was gone. And I was back to normal me, enthusiastic, being myself, lifting up other people, and making other people laugh, inspiring people, motivating people, instead of just eat shit that I've been the past few days. You know what I mean? You gotta, your shoes are dirty, and I'm like, just the way people, just little things, guys taking forever to put this roller carpet on the thing and how he's doing it. I was so just like, I got to get away from these people. And it's not even them, it's me, letting that stuff even irritate me to begin with, because I just couldn't shake it. To the point to where I was just off character, man. And I didn't know what to do. Well, I did. I had the next steps I was going to do. But luckily, I just let it go and let it soak in and succumb to it. Which is good sometimes, because anger and frustration are good emotions to create in. But I was just trying to be happy, just be back to myself, because there's just some weird vibes going on in the ether right now being spread, and I think just everybody's uncertainty of what's going on in the battle going on for our country right now, and it's just it's a challenging times. And who knows if we're in Mercury retrograde right now? I hadn't even looked at that. What's going on with the astrology and where we're at, passing the moon and stuff, making just weird energy as well. So all these things are happening that we're not even pervious to, man. And sometimes even for people who be on this material every day, it still affects. the negative energy will still come in. It got to the point to where I was thinking about my happy place that always makes me happy. I thought of negative conversations I'm having with people at my happy place. Like what the, and that's the moment I realized that I went to my happy place and then people showed up at my happy place and I'm being rude to them. You know what I mean? When I could just be a better person at my happy place? No. And that was the moment I was like, done. I'm done trying to change it and I just let it. I gave up to it and it was gone the next morning. So we're gonna chalk up a note to that one real quick. You know what I mean? Don't just let it go. Let it go. It worked fast. So I think that's a win. You know, it is a win. Always winning, even in the negative. I'm winning. I just learned a new way to kick it. Maybe I won't last 3 days next time because I'll know what to do because it just worked. Pay attention to your wins. you know, I guess I could be grateful for it even. Well, I'm grateful I just went through that because I feel like I have another angle to beat it next time. And it will happen again. It's just, it's long times in between, finally, that I'm really, that negative stuff affects me in a way that it's affecting other people, which is, that's not, that can't happen.
Yeah,
but so I don't know. So people listening, maybe you can kind of relate, especially now at times, right? This is the week after the election for down the road. A lot of bad energy going on. So think back now to you people just watching it, however long it is. Try see if you can remember, and maybe you can relate to this particular time and how you felt. Maybe you can come up to your conclusions on what you personally did to get over it. Maybe you didn't get over it, but paying attention, that's what maybe this topic should be, paying attention, to your energy, what you're giving to other people, and what other people are giving to you.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, and then recognizing that it's not everybody else you're pissed off at. You're like in your head, like I know, so getting upset with my kids. I'm saying these fuckers, they're being bad kids, and or my wife's being, the B word, blah blah blah, and I'm upset, and then not realizing that really the root of it is me generating that negativity and pushing it out there, and then making it come right back to me. It's the equivalent of punching the fucking hard ass wall and busting your hand and blaming it on the wall. No, it's you just fucking punched the wall. What do you?
Why is that wall gotta be so hard?
That fucking wall broke my hand. No, you punched the wall. Like, and so it's. But once you can recognize that wall is hard, you might approach it a little bit different. Like I'm not gonna hit that wall. And the same thing with I'm not gonna approach these people this way, and I need to rethink my negativity and realize most of it's built all in your head because you're very creative. Your mind is magical, and it can create the most chaotic environment of your life. It can create the most. I mean, it's simple as this: people are struggling, rock stars, rich as fuck, and still kill themselves. Have billions of dollars, Lamborghinis, the hottest of hottest chicks, or vice versa if you're a woman, or if you're a man, or man, whatever. You have the best of the best of whatever the hell it is you want, and it doesn't make you happy because your mind is so fucking powerful that it can create a black cloud over the top of you and have you killing yourself. Some of the people I looked up to the most have killed themselves, and you're like, how in the fuck? I only wished on any day I would have been that person. Chris Cornell. You know what I mean? Like holy fuck, you know, hung himself. You know, it's like these you're like these guys are fucking madly famous, like legendary people. How the fuck does that happen? That's because your mind's so powerful to create a negative environment that isn't even there and doesn't even exist. No matter what your environment is, your environment could be infinity pools, mansions, Lamborghinis, great people, and your mind has you all fucked up. And so sometimes you have to realize that it's your mind that has you there and do whatever you can. And if it takes 3 days, you're lucky. And some people, it's taken them years till they just can't handle it anymore. But start now before that 3 days turns into 10 days and turns into 2 years and turns into 5 years and then you kill yourself. You know, heaven forbid. But you know, the mind's so powerful to create a really fucking negative environment. And you know, for instance, the other day I was thinking about like how much noise there is in the world. Worry, my bills, my this, my that. Oh God, I'm worried, I'm worried, I'm worried. And then I think about it and it's like, man, it's really taking me away from what's great happening right now. Like my kid, how beautiful he is, and he's 8 years old and he's telling me a story, and I'm like, this story's fucking amazing. But I'm so stuck thinking about what I need to do today that I'm not even really present in the moment and in enjoying my child at this freaking specific moment in time. And I have missed what my kid's trying to tell me. Instead of looking at him like, man, he's 8 years old. What a gorgeous kid. He's telling me about these video games and his theories on what's going to happen in the next game and how smart is this kid. And I should be enjoying this. And instead, I'm thinking about, I need to drop those packages off. I need to ship those products while he's talking. And I'm pretending I'm doing it instead of being fully present in the moment. And I realized that same day on my way home that I'm so stuck on this fucking noise that I'm not enjoying my life. I'm so stuck in the dumb, stupid noise in the world of worried about this, worried about that, worried about the future, worried about the past, worried about all this extra shit that I can't enjoy myself in the present time. And I told my son specifically, I said, hey man, hold on 1 second. I want to fully enjoy and experience what you're telling me right now. Let me clear this shit out of my head and just say, fuck this, it doesn't matter, and truly be present in what you're doing. And I remember my son just kind of looking at me like, what the hell? But I was like, hey man, let me clear my head real quick, and I want to fully like experience just hanging out with my kid and enjoying the blessings I have right now in this present moment instead of like letting my bills being due or what I need to do rob me of the moments. And I thought that was pretty powerful. And I stopped and erased my mind and was able to just enjoy my kid. But it's these little behaviors that'll help you experience sections of your life and enjoy it much better. Like Will said, like it took him 3 days to get right, but like some of these people, a lot of you guys out there can't get past those negative moments, and they may rob you of a week. They may rob you of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, years, your life. They may rob you, but don't let them rob you. And that's the same thing with me. I started letting these worries rob me of the moments of right now. And I fuck that, man. And I listen to my kid, but it's those little behaviors. And once you're aware of what you're doing and what works to get you out of that and get you back to normal, you got to focus on those because you see these people, man. You're if you can't figure out how to get your mind and steer it and course correct, right the ship. Your car's going off the fucking shoulder. You can turn the steering wheel. You know how to do that. If you can figure out the steering wheel of your mind and get it back on in between the lines, that's powerful shit. And you got to figure out what worked. And I'm going to do that again the next time this starts to happen. Because it'll take you on a journey. The negativity, the worry, the bullshit, the fucking uh, fabricating a whole fucking storyline. Hell, we make the best movies in our minds of some dumb shit that doesn't exist. And I have had to tell myself, Robert, that never fucking happened. That person didn't do that to you. Could they do that to you? Sure. But they didn't. Why are you mad at them? And they have never even done that yet. I've been mad at people for shit they have never done based on me thinking that they may go there. Like immediately, this person drives and parks a car up next to my car, and I'm thinking they're gonna open the door, they're gonna hit my door. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna say something. They're not gonna acknowledge that they were wrong. I'm gonna be mad. Fuck them up. I'm going to jail. Fuck. What if I have to kill them? Like all this other shit starts to happen, and I'm like, what the fuck did like Rob? Really? I've been doing that since I've been a kid, but it's like literally thinking of the storyline of like, man, this guy swerves. What would I do? Oh shit! What if this guy hit my kid? Oh fuck, man! And then I'm thinking about my life in prison and how that would happen, and or would I do it, or would I have a standoff with the fucking pigs? And like what would happen? And it's like your mind is so powerful, and these little things you can do to try and steer your mind away from it. And a lot of it is having this type of information that we speak about in these podcasts today. Not so much, we're not speaking about, we're just kind of randomly talking, but it's kind of cool to just talk about what we go through in our mind, but then add in what we've been speaking about in past podcasts and how to apply that information and steer you away from it. It's helped me, but it'll still stick with me for 3 days. I'll know the information. I'll know it's completely wrong, and it's not for me to be thinking this way. But knowing it helps me at least get out of it in 3 days, as opposed to forever, and then even just steering my life in another direction.
I'll tell you this, I am that much more grateful that I received this information on a whole other level of gratefulness because of everything that's going. So this information that I received and what I've been studying, energy and stuff. There's also parts of it, well, all of it actually, that really woke me up about what's real and what's going on in myself and my thoughts, and it's opened up the entire world that right now I am very grateful I have this information, or I would still be like many people that are sheep and are succumbing to the negativity that's been dropping on us lately in the news and the media, social media, family members, friends, co-workers. I'm grateful I have this material, so I'm able to be awake enough to be able to see the other side, to see this possible agenda that very well obviously has been happening for a very long time. But just be glad to be woken up about the secret societies, and not only the things they teach that are good for people, but the group that does not want this information to get out because they want to control everybody, compared to the people that think everybody needs this information because the world will be better off if everyone would understand this stuff. So I'm just glad to get this information and to be able to know these things, to be able to look at what's going on and not be dictated and rounded up and corralled to I feel like, man, talking about this stuff right now, there's people going to come through my walls right now. It's not energy. I'm hearing weird stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's how serious it is. People are in prison right now for getting this information out. Government don't want this anyways. So I'm just that much more grateful that I'm woken up and be able to see more than if I was not on this information and just succumbing to the things I hear and see and that are being pushed my way without even knowing it, honestly. So it's not even just to benefit, to draw in things you want in your life, but just be woken up to see what's going on in your life. And there are people that are trying to keep us down. And I'm glad I'm woken up to realize that and be able to see it and be able to put two and two together since I've been a child. To know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this stuff is real. Because, you know, I don't know how many times I've gone to talk to other people about this type of stuff, and they look at me like I need to be in a straitjacket in a white padded room. And all I am doing is talking to them about how they can achieve the things that they want in their life. If I'm telling them how to go kill somebody and get away with it, maybe I should be locked up in a straitjacket in a white padded room. I'm trying to tell them how to achieve their dreams, and they think I'm crazy. When they should think I'm crazy to tell them how to kill somebody. This is twisted. Completely twisted. Somebody's going to get upset with you for showing them how to achieve what they want in their life. And they wouldn't think twice if you were to tell them how to kill somebody. They'd be like, that's interesting. Can't tell me something's not going on. Okay? You know? You know, this is, wait, that's how I can achieve my dreams? Let me go ahead and look up on into that. Tell me more. Where can I go research that? How do I get on those programs? Where do those people hang out at and talk about these things at? You know what I mean? No, it's like, you think you could tell me how I'm going to chase my dreams? I don't want to listen. You know, I see, oh, man. It's very grateful I've got this information. But I can't wait to one day tell the story how I got here. We've been wanting to tell our stories now for a while, and we just, I don't know, haven't been able to do it, but I'm about to do it right now. It's already 9:30. Yeah, I'm good. But
do a little bit of it. Why not?
Nah, because I'd rather just hit it. I'll tell you a part. Nope. Yes, I will. You know, there was a time in the time when I was kicking it and going to clubs and stuff, and I'd be so excited when I'm getting ready to go out to my friends because we're about to go downtown and get our groove on and stuff and kick it. And I would be so excited because I know I'm going to have this grandest time ever. So here I am, so excited. We're out kicking it. Now it comes to the point everybody wants to go home. Will don't want to go home. I haven't had this fun yet that I thought I was going to have while I was getting ready. It got so much to the point that it was just a thing. We have to, because my friends, they didn't want to leave me. This kind of fucked up. We're going to leave Will. And then it got to the point so many times, it's just a thing. We got to, Will will go when he wants to go. You know what I mean? That's how bad it got. And it got to so, you know, here I am. It's the end of the night. My friends left because I don't want to leave because I'm still waiting to have fun. And I'm the last person on the street. And I'm looking around. And I'm like, you know, I guess I've had as much fun as I could have because there's no one else out here but me. So now I guess I'll go and walk home. And however many miles that was, and sometimes it was miles, I would get home. A lot of it was walking. I got the same boots. Got the same tore up feet. Let me tell you. So I was, you know what? I feel like my shoulders have always sat a little different. What is my body and soul longing for that it has not experienced yet? Because I haven't had any fun yet. What is my body longing for that it hasn't experienced yet? I always thought my shoulders sit different, you know? And honestly, It's when I was very fortunate. I had a friend who's into music, and he was doing concerts in my area. And I decided the only vehicle I had was my work vehicle. I had to work in the morning. My work vehicle was GPS, by the way. So you have all that, right? But, I'm like, well, I can't let this guy, my friend, do a show in my city and not go. you know? So I went. And that connection and me going led to me getting this information that I believe I've been waiting for my entire life. 100%. So I feel like, even though I haven't had the fun that I quite have envisioned while getting ready, I definitely feel that this information is what I need, was what I've been longing for, to take me places I don't even know I can go. And so that's how I got this information. And this was the biggest part of my story, honestly, that I wanted to get in. Because fortunately for me, I have nothing. I'm not the perfect student because I have nothing to do but learn. And I have nothing to do but change the things in my life to be successful. Because if someone isn't willing to learn, and if someone isn't willing to accept change in their life to be successful, you are never going to learn anything. You're not even going to be willing. You're not even willing to learn. Well, you're not going to learn shit if you're not willing to learn. It's not even difficult to grasp. And on top of that, you have to be willing to accept change in your life to be successful. In other words, again, what are you willing to give up to learn this information? And what are you willing to give up in your life to change to be that successful person, to have those things to you, whatever it is, whatever it is. That's all I had was those things. So so I was like the perfect student, but I feel like I've been waiting. My shoulders to sit different because I've been waiting for this material to be able to be me and do whatever I want to do to bless to this world and my family and my friends and people I don't know, just to be a better person, and how to be happy and feel good all the time. This is what I've been waiting for. My shoulders have sit different so I can get this information and make this happen. And hopefully for myself, my daughter, my friends, and help other people that I don't even know make this happen in their life as well. This is what I've been waiting for. But if I wouldn't ever have made the decision to do what I did, it just goes to show it's that much. It could have been just as easy that I didn't go to that show and I didn't get this information. It could have been very easy that I just decided I can't. I have a responsibility. I have a job. I can't just go. I just can't go to a show and drive my work vehicle there that is GPS and jeopardize getting fired. And I did it anyways. And that's the best decision I've made that year. These podcasts wouldn't even be a thing, because these podcasts are about this information and how it's helped us, and all of our conversations that we have about this information since I've got this information and spread it to my friends sitting right there, and Berto and who I hope comes back and blesses us with the all three. It's better with all three of us. So I hope he starts making it back. Um, See, we don't even know. Berto's going through his own stuff. He's our third person here, and he's missed a couple now. And what's going on with him? Hopefully we'll get it, and what he did to get back to this, and doing these things and finishing through these things. That's going to be good stuff too. So I don't know. We wouldn't even be doing this if I wouldn't have made the decision. Probably not, right? Who knows what could have, but this is the path because of these decisions. Probably the best decision I've ever made. Oh man, and so it just goes to show that the person that gave me this information, I ended up quitting this job that I drove this vehicle to go follow my dreams. And it has not been an easy road. If you've been following along at all, it hasn't been an easy road since that decision, but it has been an amazing one. Because I have learned a lot of stuff. Shoot. All the way down to I know how to keep myself from shitting. I know it's like, what the hell? When you're sleeping in your car, man, you can't be shitting at 3 a.m, man. Especially during a virus when nobody wants to let you in to touch any of their stuff. I mean, very easily I can in a bush and all that, yay. But man, anyways, not that's I learned how to do that. Just learning about myself. Maybe was that a bad analogy? Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. I don't give a shit.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
This is what the conversation's about. You can't tell me someone else has a step in their car and been the same thing. Yeah. Shitting at 4 a.m. with the virus. Yeah, sleeping in my car. Without this information, I don't know. I would be here after some of this. If I didn't have this information, the going to the decisions I made to quit my job and chase my dreams, I wouldn't have made it through the struggle of making those decisions that are all on the right path. You just don't know. It's not always easy to see. But anyways, I feel like I'm just kind of that's a part of my story I wanted to talk about. Not that I could keep myself from doing that, but the whole I've waited my whole life for this information part. Is exciting to talk about. But that's a part of the story. My story. I've been waiting to say. So cool. I got a part of it out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's like, but some of this material is like so scary in the sense that you can get so caught up in the belief system that you just keep doing the belief system as opposed to how that belief system can propel you into whatever it is you're trying to do. And it's like I was listening to a book. It's called like Fastlane, and it's like an idea is just an idea, and ideas are easy. Execution is hard. So ideas come a dime a dozen. Everybody has all these ideas and says, "Oh man, fuck! I thought about that 10 years ago." I thought it's like, yeah, but that person with the lesser version of your idea executed and took those steps. And I was just thinking about the other day. It's like how this material is so awesome, and from a belief system, if you're all both an executor and you use this information, because you can also be an executor But without a belief system, you won't actually even be compelled to execute. So you need both parts of this. But a lot of people like think that it's all about the idea. I have ideas. I have so many ideas. I have so much stuff going on in my head. These great ideas. And it's like, well, an idea ain't shit. Executing an idea is the shit. You have an idea, execute it. So it's the information has been huge in my life in the sense that I've had a lot of ideas. I've executed on those ideas, but my belief system was so poor in the sense of not being honed. Having a belief system, but like, maybe not believing big enough, maybe not understanding the power of your thoughts, and then, self talk to yourself and not actually, you know, like this information will tell you don't beat yourself up over shit. Believe bigger. What can you do bigger? Uh, those kind of things. Whereas always been an executor, and yeah, ideas I've always thought were like, those are, so what? You have an idea. We could have 100,000 fucking amazing $1 billion ideas, but none of those are shit if you don't do anything about them. You just have a fucking idea. Who cares? Well, the world will bring it to you. No, not unless you execute. But there's a flip side of that coin of execute, 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 but no belief system behind it. And that's where I was. And that was heavy. It was constantly like executing, execute. And I started thinking, well, what am I actually executing? Because I don't have a belief system in place. And in not having a belief system, it also kind of like lacked focus, and by finally figuring out this information and then understanding a belief system, I was able to put that together with my execution. And shit, in the last 6 months, I've done more than I've done in my whole fucking life. To putting things in place, like to where Will, damn well, you're checking me, and you ask me, so what are you doing? What is your plan? And then I go bam, 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 and I give you dates. This date, by this date, I'll have this done. Oh yeah, well I'd love to see that. Well, I have it done. It's already up on YouTube. Like like you're like, okay, this motherfucker's gonna complete this. This is exciting. Because I know I didn't feel that thing when somebody goes, oh yeah, you want to be a race car driver. What have you done? Well, I'm still in the process, and it's like this, uh, backpedaling and tripping over yourself to say why and finding a fucking excuse. And instead, there's no excuse. It's this is the date. I'm done with this. Yes, I've clearly stated that this is happening. After this date, I'm doing this. Boom, boom, boom. I'll have this all done by this time. Like that is like for me, it's huge because I know being able to answer that way, I feel better. Today, I almost stopped my car on the road and I was like, if you were to die right now, would you feel like you put your all into what you're doing? And I had a couple of doubts. I thought, have I done as much as I could have done? Like, am I doing everything? I'm thinking, okay, I put this music up. This is gonna go out. This is done. I'm actually doing this, and it's like you start to question yourself. And I was able to complete those answers and be like, yes, I have. I'm doing this, and I do have a plan. It's the best plan I know of as right now, as of right now, as to what I can see right now. Will it completely change in 5 months? Fuck, who knows? I don't know. Probably. I think most likely it's probably more probable that it changes than it staying the same because I'll have more information. How can I say something would stay the same if you have more information, right? Um, but it took having the right mindset, the right belief system, um, and then coupling that with my strengths, which are execution. I am a guy who's somebody says, "Hey man, we could start a new construction company." You'll find me at the store buying hammers, drills, fucking levels, and the whole fucking setup, and like, let's go. Guaranteed. All fucking day. Like anybody knows me. Let's start a podcast. Cool. The computer, the lighting, the fucking cameras. Let's go. It's on. Like there is no fucking around with me. But it was like I spent 20 years pushing, but in the wrong direction, without a belief system to carry me and then help deliver, consistently, and understand. And, the belief system also helps you fucking ward away all those naysayers and the people that are like, you're not gonna, and you start to understand what their mindset's like. And it helps you to kind of like, really kind of like dull that noise, and understand that they're just people who don't believe and don't have the right mindset. And so they automatically don't think, but that doesn't mean that your idea and what you're executing on is shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, this stuff in my life, I mean, it's longer than I thought away, because when I first got this information, was probably fucking 2 years now, right? In September it'll be 2 years, or something in February it'll be 2 years. But okay, so it took 2 years, out of my 43 to fucking figure it out. Awesome, you know. Whereas without the information, it was by the time Will and I started this journey, I was 25. We started the journey earlier, but focus happened at 25 and 43. So what's that, 20? What the fuck's the math on that? So about 25 and I'm 43 now. What the fuck the math is on that? What is what? I was 25 and now I'm 43. So 25, 35, 15. So 18 years of this shit, but realistically, with focus, the last couple years really been there. But there's a little cheating because I got those 18 years of actual studying and knowledge too. I know a lot of stuff. Those weren't wasted years. I mean, think of all the years of studying and understanding and shit like that. But this kind of information is pretty heavy to be able to add into your life and smartly change what you're doing. You know?
100%.
Yeah, it's crazy. Especially helping identify when people are, you know, you have the other entities, the other people that are energy wise not in the right place, and understanding it and being able to kind of push them to the left and be like, yeah, you're not speaking the language I'm speaking, so it don't really matter, like it's pretty powerful shit to help you weed through the dumb shit.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because so many people will come to you with their poor mentalities and their poor belief systems and try to put that on you, and like they're almost anointing you or hitting you with it like I'm gonna sprinkle this shit on you and you're gonna follow this bum ass fucking mindset. And it's like, when you have the right mindset, man, I mean, I could have my wife come at me sideways, I can have whoever come at me. I'm like, no, I know what I want. And if this doesn't add value to what I want, I know to weed those people out. This information has more than just, I feel so positive. It also has part of that information is to weed out the negative, to weed out anybody who isn't trying to add value in your life, and to understand that it's not going to do you any good, even if they don't mean to add negativity in your life, even if they don't mean to pull you 2 steps back when you're making 1 step forward. You weed them out. They don't have to. Their intention doesn't have to be to pull you behind. You just understand that their lack of knowledge and their lack of positivity and pushing and value in your direction doesn't help you. It's not that they mean to do you harm, but they are, whether they want to or not, and you have to weed them out. This information helps you do that, and or navigate it in some sense to where they don't impact you in that sense. You don't take their opinions to heart. You're just kind of like whatever, and you don't let them impact you or steer your energy or vibration in any sense.
Being able to see that and notice, there's another thing too. that I forgot I wanted to mention is another thing grateful about this is being able to pay attention to your energy and being able to notice other people's energy all of a sudden that I've never noticed before, and notice that their energy is affecting my energy and they might be bringing me down. Um, and then be able to see myself bring other people's energy up and inspire other people that I didn't see before. It just makes you more in tune with a lot of stuff I was not in tune with before the information. Not even realizing that I was creating negative things around me by making up these negative conversations. For me, it's negative conversations. And I'm going to tell you too, I I'm an overanalyzer. Thank heavens I have this information. The older I'm getting, the worse now too, especially with having zero patience. My patience is getting worse. If I didn't have this information, I wouldn't even realize that making up these negative conversations is creating more negativity in my life. I wouldn't even have noticed. Uh, Making up, how I'm responding to people who are bringing negative energy to me and then it bringing me down and me responding with more negative, that only leads to more negative, and have no idea that I was doing it. At least now I've got this information, so I know what I'm doing, and I'm able to change my sentences. I if it's what I don't want, I changed the thought, and I was surprised how much I think of what I don't want. I don't want to go there. I don't want to think this way. you know, even 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 telling me myself I don't want to think negative anymore is negative. And I catch myself all the time. I don't want I don't want to tell you what I don't want. There's a double negative. Just telling people I don't want to tell them what I don't want. I don't. So, man, this information saved my life. That's what I got to say. Save my life. Uh, or I would be in a negative place. I don't think I could have gotten through the things I've just recently been through after going for my dreams and then not going the way they should have, or me not realizing what I really had to do to make those happen. The action part of it, that I was so caught up in the thoughts, I wasn't paying enough attention to what I actually had to do, or I might have not jumped like that. Thank God I did though, and I would do it again, and I would do it again. But yeah. This was a good random one, just kind of whatever.
Right. It's kind of nice to just.
We're just chilling, like whatever, not necessarily a scripted talk, even though they go where they go anyways.
Right.
But this is going to be a shorter one tonight. It's going on 10.
It's actually it's actually a full hour. So, in fact,
yeah.
it might be even longer than that. Hold on. Let me look.
Well, we pulled an hour out already, hour and 57 minutes. So, yeah, an hour of it was just BS amongst each other, not online. And then I'm sure we got some decent time on there.
Yeah, let's see here.
I hope people that are tuning into these are getting a lot out of these. I can't wait till we get people on here. Please join us so we can have more, just more people talking about this stuff. I really want to start helping people through some of this stuff and start really taking it to the next level of adding value to people. I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm pretty, I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, share, comment.
Yeah, exactly. Comment on like what you want to hear about, because at this point we've done quite a few. I mean, so many of them have, through technical difficulties and stuff, kind of, one person's audio doesn't work, some visuals are all jacked. So we'll probably do a lot of them again, but realistically it'd be very helpful to have, like, what do you want to hear? What do you want to know about? I mean, I'm 100 books in, on information, and really paid attention to it. And, I'm trying to do some major shit, man. So I'm really applying it heavy. So I don't just buy these books and get into them to not take heed to the information. I mean, you buy 100 books and, you're going to get a lot of the same fucking information, because we're not reinventing the wheel here. So you got 100 books, and it's kind of like another angle of the same shit. You know what I mean? But still, you have something you're going through, and you like to understand how to approach that. What's the mindset about that? Or maybe you just are bold enough to have your own conversation, as well as comment if you want to be on the call. If you would like to ask a question on the call, and ask it for everybody else. We're gonna start making that, possible, to where we'll have people to come on here. We should get Phenom on here. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Find him. You're out there, right?
Well, yeah, I wanted to get some podcasts so I could drop into him. Maybe he'll start watching on his own and get excited. We got so many videos of your kids playing games, you can't sort through it all.
Yeah. Well,
Those
are all from a year ago. All the last ones, as of the last few months, are just the frequency control show. So, yeah, I mean, I can find them just fine. So you should be able to get the links, send them to them, and show them. Be that.
Yeah, but there's so much. They're not in order like that. So you go there and there's just a mess of all kinds of stuff. So so I just haven't. Plus, I wanted us to get someone under our belt so he can go and watch the material and be like, "Oh yeah, I want to get in on that, get on that."
Yeah, my thing is,
great person to hear.
That's great, but my thing is, either he wants to get with it or he doesn't. And we don't have to fucking have 500 videos for this god to show up. The bottom line is, you want to be with this shit? Do you want to check this stuff out? Are you with it or not? Where our intention is great. Be on this shit, and one video should move him. If one video doesn't move him, I don't know what to tell you. The guy's fucking just obviously too busy for life, to be involved with us little people down here. My thing is, here's fucking a full-on podcast. We consistently show up every week. What do you think? You want to show up on here and bless it with your special information, or what? And I'm pretty sure you just see it and just enjoy it. As opposed to be like, I need to see 70 videos that are all in order for me to feel like I need to be involved in this, because I'm so high fucking class. It's he'll be with it. Show him one video.
Yeah, so anyway, that's how fast you can just turn it.
Well, one day will be good enough for Phenom to show up. Till then, hopefully we can do that. Anyway,
yeah.
So, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Can't wait to get you people on here. Let's expand what we're doing here. We would like to, expand with you people. And make this bigger. We're excited to see where this is going to. We're still live, right?
Yeah.
We're excited to see where this is going. So we want you to participate. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, let us know if you want to ask questions and be included. We'll send you a Zoom link and then put you on here. I've got to do a couple little technical things to make sure you fit in there the fucking, rectangles and all that bullshit, but shouldn't take too long. Get in on the call and we can. And if you don't want to be on the call, it's all good. You just maybe want your audio. We can see you in the Zoom, and then we'll just have the audio will come through, and you won't have to have your face up on the internet. So however you want.
You don't have to have your face showing at all. You can still talk all you want, and no one has to see a thing like this. So, just in case you don't know, you don't have to show your face, and you can be incognito, man, and get your information off. Yeah. These videos and me being in person actually has helped me want to get in front of people and start taking more. This podcast has helped me take more action on the things I'm trying to do, because the next level is starting to expand on the internet.
And that's being comfortable. That's being comfortable with yourself and being okay with people seeing you and seeing your face and being like, man, I look stupid or I don't. And then eventually once you get past stupid and don't and all that dumb shit, you start to kind of go, I kind of look cool. I like the way I'm doing this.
Yeah. You know? And now because of this, now I'm able to go and further expand on what I'm doing to get to my level of success I'm trying to get to. But yeah. Good night from Willie Stride.
All right, guys, I'm ending the stream. Will, you got anything left to say to them?
If you've always done, or if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to be who you've always been. You got to do different things to grow and change, man. If you want things to change in your life, you have to change things in your life. It's so advanced and simple. That's all I got.
Like, comment,
see you next week. Thursdays, 8:00.
Hit the notification bell. Tell Berto. Thursday, 8:00.
Somebody tell our other third Roberto Garibay.
If he actually watches
this day, it used to be Mondays.
Hey, hold on. If he actually watches this, then he'll know. Roberto, it's 8:00 on Thursday.
Thursdays, the day and time you chose.
Yeah. We accommodated you. Deuces.
Oh,